What's going on, guys? Shane here. Today we're talking about shadowboxing and 10 common mistakes that I want you to avoid. Let's get it started. Okay, so the first common mistake is planting your feet into the ground and exercising no footwork whatsoever. Even if you're training for just the fitness aspect, move around, exercise your legs as well. Don't just focus on the punches. So you're gonna move in, out, you're gonna pivot, you're gonna go side to side, exercise good footwork when you're shadowboxing. The next problem on the topic of footwork is looking down at your feet. Even though you want to exercise good footwork, you still have to look forward and visualize an opponent. So when you're moving around, you're not doing this. You're not looking down at your feet because that's going to carry over and happen in a fight. Look forward, land your shots, and keep good footwork going. Number 3 is only focusing on offense. So people just throw punches and they only move forward. Again, you want to exercise good footwork, so you want to pivot, you want to move, you want to create angles. And on top of that, you want to make sure that you're working your defense, parries, blocks, slips, rolls, pulls, and also feints. Feints are very good as well, so you're going to fake a jab so that you can land your next shot. Move around, fake the cross so that you can land your jab. Utilize defense and feints as well. Number 4 is similar to only focusing on offense, but it's throwing unrealistic combos. Now this is one that I see most common with beginners. Again, they plant their feet in the ground and they just throw a 20-punch combo standing in the same spot. Now, again, you can burn the shoulders out, you can sweat and get a good workout doing that, but in a fight, that's not realistic unless you have someone up against the ropes or a corner. So you can do that, but not for the entire time. You want to move around and you want to keep your combos realistic. So maybe you throw a jab and you see how they react. And then you see it's open for the cross, so you throw a jab cross and you move. Instead of just standing there and throwing 20, 50 punches in a row, keep your combos realistic. Number 5 is a problem that even I myself still have. It's blinking while punching. It sort of creates the effect that your punches are faster than they are. So if you watch people in shadowboxing, especially in slow motion, they start to throw the shot, then they blink for a second, and when they open their eyes, their punch is already at full extension. So it creates the illusion that their punch is faster than it is. You want to watch the punch land. You want to watch the punch in its entirety. So keep your eyes open, even if you have to stretch your eyes real wide. You notice Muhammad Ali used to do this, Floyd Mayweather does this when he's up against the ropes. Keep your eyes open when you're throwing your shots, looking forward. Number 6 is keeping loose fists the entire time, even when you're throwing punches. So it's okay to keep an open hand or a loose fist in guard because you're going to be parrying shots. But if you get in the habit of throwing punches and landing them like that, you're going to break your hand and break your fingers in a real fight. So instead, you want to squeeze your fist upon impact. So when you're moving around, again, keep it loose, and when you throw, by the time those punches land, that's when you're closing your fist upon impact. Turning it over, squeezing the forearm, and landing with the knuckles. Number 7 is keeping your jaw open when shadowboxing. Again, in a fight, you want to make sure that you're biting down on your mouth guard. So do that in your shadowboxing, because that's what's going to carry over in a fight. Moving around, you're still going to breathe, but bite down on that mouthpiece if you're wearing one, or just keep your jaw closed. Number 8 is not aiming at a target. So again, really visualize your opponent. Is he circling out to the right and you need to catch him with the left hook? Are my 2 shots that I'm throwing in a row aiming at the same spot, or am I just throwing them wildly? Does he have a high guard? Do I have to go to the body, right? So these are things that you need to keep in mind. Really visualize an opponent and make sure you're accurate with your shots. Number 9 is only extending your punches halfway. Again, this comes when people focus on speed. They feel like they're getting off a lot of shots. However, it's not realistic to a fight, and you're not developing the muscles fully in your arms, right? If I'm throwing a jab, I want full extension. I want to use my range. So don't get in the habit of jamming your punches up and just throwing half extension. Number 10 is tensing up your muscles and not breathing on your shots. If you're going to be shadowboxing for 2 to 5 minutes, you need to make sure that you're staying nice and calm and exhale on every single shot that you throw. So if it's a jab, it's if it's a cross, if it's a jab, cross. All right, moving around and breathing all the time. You need to pace yourself. Also, you're going to drain yourself out if you constantly squeeze your shoulders up here. You need to keep your shoulders loose, nice and calm. Unless they're stepping in with punches, that's when you flex and you rise your shoulders up. Otherwise, stay calm and pick your shots. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about shadowboxing, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Until next time, be sure to subscribe to get the fight tips before your opponent does. I'm Shane with Fight Tips for the Underdog.